Welcome you all for Dungal online classes. So we are discussing the chapter mechanical properties of fluids. So yesterday we discussed up to before the Bernoulli's theorem, we have studied equation of continuity, applications of Bernoulli's theorem, and also we studied for terminal velocity. So today, before starting numerical questions, let me discuss on last topic that is given by Poisson-Lees equation. Poisson-Lees equation or formula. So what is Poisson-Lees equation? Scientist name is Poisson-Lees. So whenever a fluid is flowing across a horizontal tube, if I consider a horizontal tube, so we will come to know capillary tube. So what is the meaning of capillary tube? Means the tube whose length is very large compared with its radius. So thickness is very small, eighth in thickness. That much smaller thickness is called as capillary tube. So let me consider one. So fluid is flowing across a tube of cylindrical cross section. Now fluid is flowing across this tube of cylindrical cross section. Horizontal tube, remember. So generally now whenever the fluid is entering into the tube and leaving the fluid, so the volume of the fluid flowing per second, that is also called as rate of flow. So what is rate of flow? Is the measure of rate of flow of the fluid is the measure of volume of the fluid flowing per second, volume flowing by time. So this is called as rate of flow. Kepler has did many number of experiments to find the volume of the fluid flowing across this capillary tube. And one more important point is, so this capillary tube having different several cylindrical cross section areas. And here important point is the fluid velocity everywhere not same. The velocity will be maximum along the axis of the fluid, axis of the tube. And when you go above and below the axis of the tube, so velocity will be keep on decreases. Okay now? So what happened? The velocity will keep on decreases. And velocity of the fluid which is in contact with the walls of the tube will be 0. So to calculate the volume of the fluid flowing per second, this is also called as rate of flow. According to Poisson-Lees, the volume of the fluid flowing per second is directly proportional to the pressure difference. For the fluid to flow, yesterday we discussed, compulsory pressure will make the fluid to flow. Fluid will flow from high pressure to low pressure. So the pressure difference between the two ends of the tube is P. Here volume of the fluid flowing per second I will call it as V. V is nothing but volume of the fluid flowing per second is directly proportional to pressure difference applied across the ends of the tube, and it is directly proportional to fourth power of the radius of the tube. This is all from the experimental data he concluded. So V directly proportional to R power 4, and so V inversely proportional to coefficient of viscosity, and V inversely proportional to length of the tube. So these are the four factors which will decide how much volume of the fluid flowing per second. It depends upon the pressure difference. It depends upon the fourth power of radius. It is inversely proportional to the coefficient of viscosity. If the viscosity of the fluid is more, then the amount of fluid flowing per second is less, and it is inversely proportional to the length of the tube. The length of the tube is given by L. If the length is more, so volume of the fluid flowing per second is less. If the length is less, volume of the fluid flowing per second is more. From all these, so what happened to V? V proportional to, so P into R power 4 divided by, so how much is there? Eta into L. To remove the proportionality, so that given by pi into P into R power 4 divided by 8 into eta into L. So where pi by 8 is here proportionality constant. The proportionality constant value, how much we have substituted? Pi by 8. So finally what is V given by? V is equal to pi into P into R power 4 divided by, so 8 into eta into L. This formula is called as, that equation is called as Poisson-Lees equation. Poisson-Lees equation will give us the information regarding how much volume of the fluid flowing per second. Are you getting that? So volume of the fluid flowing per second is given by the formula pi P R power 4 divided by 8 into eta into L value. But remember, this formula is applicable only for Poisson equation is applicable. It is applicable only for first point is horizontal flow. If the fluid flow is horizontal, then only you can apply this Poisson formula. And one more important point is fluid flow should be of steady and laminar. So steady means velocity at a given point will remain constant. It should be of laminar flow. And third important point is, so fluid which is in contact, the fluid which is in contact with the walls should be at a rest position. What does it mean? So whenever a fluid is flowing across this tube, those fluid which is in contact with the walls of the tube, it should be in the rest position. So this is the third important point in order to apply this Poisson's equation. And one more important point is pressure at a given cross section. At any given cross section, if I consider any cross section, pressure value will remain constant. So pressure should be remains constant. So pressure is constant. Under these conditions only, so Bernoulli's Poisson's equation is applicable. In order to apply Bernoulli's this Poisson equation, the fluid flow should satisfy this condition. It should be of horizontal flow. So it should be of steady and laminar flow. So fluid is in contact with the walls, should be at rest, and pressure at a given cross section should remain constant. Then only we can apply Bernoulli's this Poisson's equation. So what is the equation? Now we got actually V is equal to pi p r power 4 pi p into r power 4 divided by, so 8 into eta into L is there, which can be also written as V is equal to, so p divided by, here what can I able to write is 8 into eta into L divided by, so pi into r power 4, which can be also written as V value is equal to p divided by r, where what is r? In place of what I written r, so r value is equal to 8 into eta into L divided by pi into r power 4. This r is called as fluid resistance. The opposition offered by the fluid for flowing, that is called as fluid resistance. Fluid resistance is given by the formula 8 into eta into L by pi into r power 4. Fluid resistance value directly proportional to coefficient of viscosity, directly proportional to length of the tube, inversely proportional to fourth power of radius. Are you getting up? So generally current, you know, the current rate of charge flowing, that is called as current. So here rate of volume, rate of fluid flowing, that is V. So V value is equal to P by R. Okay na? So in your lower classes you studied resistance, series and parallel combination. Now we will study, so this tubes, capillary tubes combination of tubes. In how many number of ways the tubes can be connected? Before going to this combination of tubes, first you should know regarding the resistors. Whenever the resistors combination, when resistors connected in series, resistors connected in parallel, can you remember in your lower classes, combination of resistors, when two resistors of resistance R1 and R2 connected in series across a battery of potential V. So that time, whereas in series combination, what will remain constant? Current will remain constant. When current value remains constant, so what is the formula for RS? RS value is equal to R1 plus R2. Now we will use these formulas. So whenever the two resistors are connected in parallel, so across the battery, both are connected in parallel. In parallel combination, what will be constant? So voltage will be constant. Which will be constant? Voltage will be constant. Then what is the formula for 1 by Rp? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Clear? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Actually there we have written V is equal to P by R. Actually voltage according to Ohm's law V is equal to IR. So I is equal to V by R. I value is equal to V divided by R. I nothing but the rate of flow of charge. A rate of flow of charge is decided by voltage. Voltage by resistance will give you current. Here rate of flow of fluid. So rate of flow will be decided by pressure. Pressure will play the role of voltage and resistance. Are you getting it? So V is equal to P by R. In series combination of tubes, which will be remains constant, which is not remains constant, we will discuss. Just you need to remember these two formulas. This is for resistors series and this is for resistors parallel. After combination, now we will discuss. So combination of tubes or tubes combination under this Poisson equation only. So tubes combination. Tubes can be combined in two number of ways or capillary tubes combination. First combination given by series combination. Series combination. So let me consider two tubes. So this is of one tube and here it is of another tube. First tube of length value L1, second tube of length value L2. The pressure value across first tube here P1, here value P2. Common interface the pressure value P0. Fluid is entering into first tube and leaving through second tube. So radius of the first tube let me call R1, radius of the second tube let me call R2. Now here the two tubes are connected in series. Okay. In case of series combination, the volume of the fluid entering into the first tube is exactly equal to volume of the fluid entering into the second tube. How much fluid will enter across the first tube? Same volume will enter across the second tube. So which will remain constant? V value remains constant. So what is V? Here V not potential. V is the rate of fluid flow. That is how much amount of fluid is flowing per second. That V value remains constant. Now what I want to calculate is what is the total volume of the fluid flowing per second. Okay now. So what is the resistance of the first tube? First tube resistance value given by, so R1 value is equal to, so what is the formula for resistance? There we have written R value is equal to 8 into eta into L1. So what I will write here? What is R value? What is the formula for V here? V is equal to, so pi PR power 4 divided by 8 into eta into L. From this we have written it as V is equal to P divided by 8 into eta into L divided by, so pi into R power 4, which is written as P by R. So what is the value of R we got? R value is equal to 8 into eta into L divided by pi into R power 4. What is the resistance of the first tube given by 8 into eta into L1 divided by pi into R1 power 4. First tube length value L1, radius value R1, but coefficient of viscosity value same. Second tube length value L2, resistance radius value R2. Then what is the resistance of the second tube? Resistance offered by the second tube. Pi into eta into how much? L2 divided by 8 into by pi into R2 power 4. So therefore I got the value of which one? R1 and R2. So what is the effective resistance of the two tubes? Rs value R1 plus R2. Can I substitute the values of R1 and R2? So R1 and R2, which is the term we can take common. 8 into eta divided by pi, here I can take common. Then what I will get the answer? L divided by R1 power 4 plus, this is L1, then L2 by R2 power 4. This is the effective resistance. Now I want to calculate what is the total volume of the fluid flowing. Total volume V is equal to, so V is equal to P divided by Rs. Total volume of the fluid flowing per second. So V value is equal to P divided by Rs value. Can I substitute down? So what is Rs value given by 8 into, so eta, this pi will go to numerator. 8 pi into P divided by L1 by R1 power 4 plus L2 divided by how much? R2 power 4. Understood? So this is the formula for finding the total volume of the fluid flowing across the combination of how many tubes? Two tubes. Whenever the two tubes are connected in series or parallel, in series combination, which will remain constant? Volume of the fluid flowing per second will remain constant. So for this series combination, total volume formula. Clear? Since for series combination, V value is equal to P by R. So V constant. When V constant, what happens? P directly proportional to R. Then what happens? So resistance is directly proportional to the pressure difference. What is the pressure difference across the first tube? P1 minus P0. Second tube, so P0 minus P2. How can I write the total pressure? Total pressure value given by, so P1 minus P2. P1 minus P2 can be also written as P1 minus P0 plus, so P0 minus P2. So where P1 minus P0 is the pressure difference across the first tube, and P0 minus P2 is the pressure difference across the second tube. In case of the tube series combination, so pressure difference, resistance value directly proportional to pressure difference. When pressure difference is more, resistance is more. So what can I able to write is P1 minus P0 divided by P0 minus P2 will be equal to R1 divided by R2. So R1 value is equal to, what I will get the answer? So L1 by L2 into R2 by R1 whole power 4, or R2 power 4 divided by R1 power 4. That is the ratio of pressure difference across first tube and the second tube. Are you getting that? So this is for the capillary tubes connected in series and parallel. Mechanical properties of fluid chapter, you have to listen the class carefully. Okay now? So every point is important. This is completely new topic. Okay, so this is the series combination of tubes. After completion of the series combination, now we discuss for a parallel combination. Which combination? Second one is given by, so capillary tubes are tubes of parallel combination. So let me consider two tubes here also. So let me find out the discuss regarding when number of tubes are connected in parallel. So let us see the two tubes for the parallel combination. This is the first tube and this is the second tube. So two tubes are connected in parallel. Connected in parallel means first ends are joined together, second ends are joined together. So this is for the parallel combination. Okay, fluid is entering here and leaving here. First tube of length value let me call L1. Second tube of length value L2. First tube radius let me call R1. Second tube radius let me call R1. Obviously it is the same. So whereas in parallel combination, pressure difference will be remains constant. Which will be constant? The pressure difference is constant. In series so volume flowing per second will remains constant. So whenever the pressure is remains constant, what is the resistance of the first tube given by 8 into eta into L divided by L1 divided by pi into R1 power 4. What is the resistance of the second tube given by 8 into eta into L2 divided by pi into R2 power 4. When two resistors are connected in parallel, what is the formula for 1 by Rp? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Correct? Can I substitute here? So whatever the answer is given by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So what I will get 1 by Rp is equal to, so 1 by R1 value how much? 8 into eta into this. So what I will get this value pi into R1 power 4 divided by 8 into eta into L1 plus pi into R2 power 4 divided by 8 into eta into L2. So which one I can take common? Pi divided by 8 into eta I can take common. Then what I will get? R1 power 4 L1 plus R2 power 4 by L2. Therefore, this is the value of which one now? 1 by Rp. Now what I want to calculate is, what is the total volume of the fluid flowing per second across the combination. Total volume given by, so V is equal to P divided by R1 plus P divided by R2. Why I written P means the pressure difference will be same. Then V value given by P divided by, so R1 plus R2 is nothing but what? 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. That is 1 by Rp. Can I substitute the value of 1 by Rp? So when I substitute the value of 1 by Rp, then what I will get the answer is given by, which will go to numerator. So 8 into eta into P divided by how much now? By pi into, so R1 power 4 divided by L1 plus R2 power 4 divided by L2. So this is the formula for total volume of the fluid flowing across the combination of two tubes which are connected in parallel combination. Understood? So V value I have calculated. After completing the value of V, now whereas what is the general formula for V? V is equal to P by R. Since P value constant, then what happens? V inversely proportional to what? R. So volume of the fluid flowing across the two tubes are not same. Volume is inversely proportional to resistance. Whenever the volume is more, resistance is more, means volume is less. So if the volume across the first tube V1, second tube V2, so V1 by V2 is equal to R2 by R1. So what is R2 by R1 given by L2 by L1 into, so R1 power 4 divided by R2 power 4. This is the formula to calculate the volume across the first tube and the second tube. Are you getting that? So this is for, so tubes series and the parallel combination. And this is about up to the concept of mechanical properties of fluids, Poiseuille equation. The last topic, which one? Poiseuille equation. After completion of this, now we'll start the numericals of this chapter, mechanical properties of fluids. And one more important point in this chapter is, we will discuss the surface tension in the next separate part. Separate surface tension part is there. That after completion of the numericals of this, so we will discuss that separate part of the surface tension. Okay, now? So now we will continue for problems of this mechanical properties of fluids. So let us start the numericals of this mechanical properties. First question. A body floating in water such that 6 out of 10 parts in volume underwater. What is the density of the body? First question, the body floating in water. Okay? So body floating in water. Certain container, let me consider one body. So total volume of the body is 10 parts. V is equal to 10 parts. Out of this, how many parts are there inside? 6 parts are there. What they asking us to calculate is, what is the density of the body? So body anyhow floating. When the body floating, then what happens? What we can able to write? So according to Archimedes principle, so V into rho into G, that is weight of the body, will be balanced by, so which one? Buoyant force. V into rho L into G. So you should be somewhat careful while applying the this Archimedes principle. In subjective part we discuss clearly. So that buoyancy force, that Archimedes principle and its applications. So that you want to go through clearly. So there are laws of rotation, 3 conditions are there. Whenever the density more than the density of liquid, the body will be submerged without floating. When density equal to density of the liquid, the body will submerge completely and float. When density less than the density of the liquid, the body will partially submerge and float. Now this is the case for body partially submerged. For submerging partially, so what happens? The weight of the body, so V, weight is given by V into rho into G, will be equal to how much volume is there inside? V in into rho L into G. Can I write up? What is the total weight of the body? W will be balanced by force acting due to buoyancy. Then which one cancel? G. So which value now I want to calculate? So we want to calculate the value of rho. Rho value is equal to V in by V into rho L. Here what is the liquid? Water. So water density value rho W. Density of water in SI system is given by 1000 kilogram by meter. Correct? Then what I will get? Rho value V is 6 and the V value will be equal to 10 into 1000. 0 0 cancel. So rho value is 600 kilogram by meter cube. Still up to some questions which are based on the Archimedes principle. Archimedes principle concept to go through clearly. So rho value how much? 6000 kilogram by meter cube. Understood? So this is the first question. So next question. Question number 2. So what is this question is? Two bodies A and B, two solids A and B floating in water. It is observed that A float with half of its volume immersed and B float with 2/3 of its volume immersed. So what is the ratio of the densities? First, two blocks are there. I will consider for A, for solid A. So A is floating. A is floating in water. How it is floating in water? Exactly half will be there inside the water, half will be there outside the water. So weight of the block solid A will be balanced by force acting on the immersed water. Clear? So weight value given by mg will be equal to Fb value given by weight of the displaced liquid. So displaced liquid weight value can be written as WL. mg can be written as V into rho into G. WL value can be written as V into rho L into G. So here V into density of which solid? A. Can I write into G. How much volume will be there inside as per the question? Half of the volume. So V in value V by 2. Which one? Rho W into G. So V value cancel. Then what will get answer for rho A? G also cancel. Rho A value is equal to rho W divided by 2. Correct? This is for which solid? For solid A. How much solid? How A is floating? Half will be immersed in water. Now similarly, what I want to calculate for solid B. How solid B is floating? It is floating in a such a way. Only how much part is there inside? 2/3 of part will be immersed. So 2/3 of part will be immersed. What does it mean? Weight of the B balanced by force acting on the buoyant force acting on the immersed water. So what is weight of the B given by Fg will be equal to Fb. M value can be written as V into rho into G. This is density of B will be equal to V in into rho W into G. Which can be written as V into rho B into G. V in value 2/3 into V. How much volume will be there immersed B? 2/3 of its volume will be inside. So 2/3 into V into rho W into G. G cancel, V cancel. What is the value of rho B? Will be equal to 2/3 into rho W. Now I got rho A value and rho B value. They are asking us to calculate what is the ratio of density. What is rho A divided by rho B? Rho A value is equal to rho W by 2 by, so rho B value is equal to 2/3 into rho W. 2/3 into how much? Rho W. Correct? Into rho W. Rho B value is equal to 2/3 into rho W. Rho W to rho W cancel. So what I get? 1/2. It will go to denominator. Numerator 3/2. So ratio will be given by 3:4. But maybe in option they given 2:3. Once you have to check it. So this is correct option. So 3:4. 3:4 is the ratio of densities of A and B. So that ratio will be given by 3:4. This question also is solved according to Archimedes principle. So applying which principle? Archimedes principle. Okay na? So that is the question number 2. The next question. Question number 4. So what is this question is? Important question is this one. A body weight 200 grams in air, 180 grams in liquid, and 175 grams in water. What is the density of the material of the body? Question number 4. So weight of the body in air given. Can I call it as WA? Will be given it as 200 grams. Correct? And what is the weight in water? Water they given it as 180 grams. And what is the weight in a liquid gas? In liquid, the weight will be given as 175 grams. This is the data given for us. What they are asking us to calculate is what is the density of the material of the body. So, relative density of solid formula for a solid, relative density. What does it mean? Density of the solid divided by density of the water. Relative density is the ratio between water and water. So it is the ratio between the weight of the body in air divided by the weight of the body in air minus weight of the body in water. Can you remember? So loss of weight in water. That is the formula for relative density. So W air value. There written the formula in synopsis W1 divided by W1 minus W2. Where W1 is the weight of the body in air, W2 is the weight of the body in water. So okay now, so that is the value. Now how much will get rho S divided by rho W will be equal to how much? W1 value how much? 200 grams divided by how much? So 200 minus 180. 200 minus, so what is the value? A body weight 200 grams in air, 180 grams in liquid. Here it is 180, sorry. And this is 180 grams in liquid and this value 170. In question, body weight 200 grams in air and body weight 180 grams in liquid and body weight 175 grams in water. So that's why what I need to write 175. Therefore, which is equal to 200 divided by how much I will get? 25. So 25, 5 5s are, 5 4s are, 40s are, 5 1s are, 5 8s are. So what I will get, the answer is 8. That is the value of rho S by rho W. This is called as relative density. They are asking only density. So what is the density given by rho value? Rho S value is equal to 8 into rho W. So what is rho W value in SI system? Rho W value will be equal to 1000 kilogram by meter. Therefore, what will get the answer for rho S? So 8 into 1000, which is 8000. 8000 kilogram by meter. Understood? So this is first up. Question again. Weight in air given, weight in water given. So this is weight in water, this is weight in air. Relative density, this one we discuss. Application of Bernoulli, that Archimedes principle. Relative density of solid, relative density of liquid, finding the volume of a cavity, finding the impurity of the material. That all we discussed now. So this is the question. So this is question number 4. Okay na? Next one. So question number 5th one. So what is this question is? A block of solid insoluble in water, weight is 24 grams and 21 grams when completely immersed in water. Weight when completely immersed in a liquid of specific gravity 1.1 is. Question number 1. So what they given? A block given. What is the weight of the block in air? That is given it as 24 grams. What is the weight of the block in water? That is of 21 grams. So what they are asking us to calculate? What is the relative density of the liquid given it as? Relative density of liquid. That is given how much? 1.1. They are asking what is the weight of the body in liquid. In liquid how much? Can you remember what is the for a liquid? For a liquid, what is the formula for relative density? Relative density is the ratio between loss of weight in liquid, loss of weight. So in synopsis we discuss in liquid divided by loss of weight in water. Loss of weight in water. Correct? So then what I will get? Relative density they given 1.1. Loss of weight in liquid will get how? So weight in air minus weight in liquid divided by how much? So weight in air minus weight in water. Correct? This formula you have to remember. Relative density of a liquid. Second application for this Archimedes principle. So related density definition. Then what I will get? 1.1 value is equal to, so weight value in A, that is given by 24, minus weight in liquid I don't know, that I want to calculate, W liquid, minus divided by 24 minus 21. Therefore what I will get? This is W value in liquid. So therefore what I will get? 24 minus W value in liquid will be equal to 1.1 into, so this is 24 minus 21 will be equal to 3. Then what I will get the value of W value in liquid? So weight of the body in liquid will be given by, so this is of 3.3. 3.3 na? So what I will get the answer? 24 minus 3.3. So 24 minus 3.3 value 20.7 grams. So this is the value of weight of the body in liquid. Understood now? Do you know this formula? So for a liquid, a related density formula, loss of weight in liquid divided by loss of weight in water. So this is question number, this one, 5th one. And that's it for today class. And carefully go through all the synopses before starting numericals. So if one's concept is clear, then only this chapter numericals are. Without getting the concept properly, so we cannot solve the numericals. So that concept go through clearly, then only go through the numericals. Okay, no? So thank you.